So welcome to today's class, and just to start with, I'm going to remind you about what we learned last time, and that is the French numbers. And we are talking about basically the cardinal numbers, okay? So I'm going to share my screen so that we can also save time on the same. I believe you can see the screen. So we are talking about le nombre cardinal, cardinal numbers. And basically, I'm going to take you through them very, very fast. So numbers begin from 0 because, of course, today also we are going to squeeze time so that we also learn time. How do you express time in French? How do you say it is 10 a.m.? It is 10 p.m. It is very, very important for you to understand that. So we said 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I repeat, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I will start from 0 again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, 20 is 20. So I told you last time that numbers, now once you know how to read from 1 to 19, so 20 is 20. So apart from 21, you're adding numbers basically 1 to 9 from 20. But now 21, you say 21. The ET is just introduced to slur that to make pronunciation very easy. So we say 21, but now 20 is 20, 2 is 2. So we say 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 28, but 29. 30 is 30, okay? 30 is 30, gentlemen. So we say 31 again, 31. Then 31, so 21 is 21, 31 is 31, but now 32, you add 2, 3, 4, 5 after 9. So we say 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 is 40. 40 is 40, as you can see. 40 is 40. So 40, 41. Just like we say 21, we say 31. Here we are also saying 41, 41. So 42, 40, 42, do. So 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 50, gentlemen, is 50. 50. So 50 is 50. So 51, again, we say 51, okay? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 60. 60, again, like just 21, 31, 41, 51, we say 60. 60, 60, but now 62, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Now, this is where I told you, number 70s, you build them from 60. So 60 is 60. That's why I was telling you that it's very important for you to understand how to read numbers between 1 to 10, then 10 to 19. Because now I've said 60, 70 is built from 60. So 60 is Soixante. Now, what do you do to talk about 70s? You add numbers 10 to 19 to what? To 60. So it's this one. Soixante plus 10. 10 is this. So Soixante this, that is 60 plus 10, that makes 70. So 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. Gentlemen, 80 is 80, 20. That's why the word 20 has got S, so it is 420 times or 20 times 4. So that's a multiplication. So 80 is 80. So here again, now we are going back to 1 to 9. So 81, 82, 83, 85, 84, pardon, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Now, 90, again, we build it from 80. So what do? We add again 10 to 19 to 80. Remember, there are two numbers, 70 and 90. 70 is built from 60. So you add 10, 11, 12, 13, up to 19. 90 again is built from 80. You add numbers 10, 11, 12 to 19 to what? To 80. So 80 is 80. So 90, we say 80 this. 80 plus 10, that makes 90. So 91 is 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 96, 97, 98, 99. Gentlemen, 100 is 100. And I'm done with the numbers from 0 to 100. 100 is 100. Now, if 100 is 100, then what happens? As you're going to see from this document, we never say 100 in French, because we said one is what? Un. So we don't say un son, we say son. Just like you can see, we say son is 100. So 101, we say son un. 102, we say son deux. 110, we say son dix. 130, 30 is strong, we say son 30. So you see in English, we say 130, and does not exist in French. So we say son 30, not son et 30, son 30. Son 3 is 103, but son 30 is 130. So maybe to ask, can someone tell me this number in English? Son 17, which number is that? Son 17. Edison, Lotarouk, and Phineas. So the set is which number?
$700.
Son 17.
So they said 702.
No. So I've started with so, I've not started with set. I've said
Okay.
son 17. The set is which number in French? The set. This, then set.
Oh, this. Okay.
The set is which number?
I got
Edison and Lotarouk.
117.
117. That's the number I'm talking about. So this set.
Set 100.
Yes, so I told you that when you have a multiplication of a
17.
so when you have a multiplication of 100, you add s to so long as it is multiplication of 100 there's no any other addition, so 0 0. So you have 200, you add s to which does not bring any change when it comes to what, when it comes to pronunciation. So that is that. So I've said 100 is 900 is next song. Now 1,000 is what? 1,000 is mil. Okay, 1,000 is mil. A 1,000 is mil. Let me just open a Word document. So I've said, when you talk about, let me increase the font. So I've said, when you have a multiplication of 100, like what I've written, so this one is 500. 5 is sunk, okay? So we say sunk song. So the word so must have letter S, okay? So I want to go directly to, for example, a number like 735. So how would you read that number in French? Anyone? 735 in French. So 735 in French is 700.
735.
30.
35.
Yeah, 730. 735. Simple as that. So, gentlemen, allow me to go to 1,000 because of time. So 1,000, we say mil, okay? Mil. 10,000. 10,000, we say 10,000. Okay? 1 million. $1 million. 1 million, we say a million. And I'm done with numbers.
1 million.
So please note this, a million. But now you have years, like now you want to say 19, for example, 1984. 1984. So 1984, for example, the year you were born. Now, there are two ways you can read this number. So first, we read years just like we count money. So that is 1,984. So we say 1900, okay? 1980. 1984, ok? 1984. Or you can say or you can say, or you can say 1919, so 1984 in French you say 1984, 1900, like how many hundred as in 1900, so we say 1900, 1984, so we say 1900, okay, 1984. 1984. 1984. So you see this part here, 1900, that part is 1900. You know, 1900, that is 1900. So you can say either 1984 or we say 1984. What works for you? I'm done with the numbers, and allow me to move to something else unless you have a question. So please.
Yes, Mwalimu,
Yeah.
when you are writing the so katikati ya other ones, hatuongezi s.
No,
Okay.
we don't. I talked about
Unless wakati
a multiplication of 100. So 200,
ipo
300.
tu peke yake mwisho.
Yes, yes, yes. So take note of that, okay? And please make sure that, you know, when you talk about expression of time, expression of date, you must know how to read these numbers, especially from 0 to 30. When you talk about the dates, 0 to 31, okay? From 1 to 31, I mean. Then for time, as we are going to see, it is from 0 to 59. Very important. You must know how to count that. So I think without much ado, I can move to something else. So I want to take you through very fast descriptive adjectives. So mine, I'm just going to guide you so that you read this document on your own and understand, okay? So we talk about descriptive adjectives. So let's adjective qualificative. Qualificative, that's what we say in French. So we translate to descriptive adjectives. So what are descriptive adjectives? Adjective always accompany a noun. Remember, we did what we call the gender of nouns. So when we talk about gender, even adjectives are classified as either masculine or feminine. Of course, it is very easy for you to understand this document because I've translated them in what? In English. So mine is just to show you how we form the adjective, the masculine, singular, plural, etc. So we have got 4 columns. So we have got the masculine, I mean, in English is 1, but in French you can see we have got both masculine, singular, plural, feminine, singular, plural. So it's very important for you to understand that. Remember, this one must add up with what we were doing at the beginning when I was taking you through how do we identify gender. How does masculine form the plural, and how do we develop, or how do we form feminine from masculine? So we are going to see. So without wasting much time, I'm sure you can see this document and I want to relate. So I'm not going to take much time on this. So we have an adjective which is beautiful. So beautiful, how do you say beautiful in French? The masculine one. How do you read that word? Phineas?
Beau.
Yes, beau. So let me explain why the bell is in bracket. So we are told when the noun, remember adjective, it comes before the noun. You get this? It comes because it describes the noun. So we want to say a beautiful hotel, a beautiful apartment. Hotel is a silent S. So we say belle hotel, not beau hotel, because hotel is masculine. So belle hotel, a beautiful hotel. Okay, so that's why we are told in that bracket, if whatever you are describing begins with a vowel or silent H, then beau becomes what? Belle. So like we say belle appartement, apartment, we say belle hotel. That is referring to masculine. So beautiful is beau. The plural form you can see, you add what? You add X. Remember when we were saying, we talked about when the noun or whatever whatever is in question ends with a vowel, you simply add what? X. And that's what has happened there. Beau, pronounced the same. Singular and plural pronounced the same. Beau, beau with X. The feminine is what? Belle, beautiful. So we can say belle dame, a beautiful lady. We can say belle chambre, a beautiful room. We can say, but now we say beau pays, a beautiful country. Pays is a country. Remember when we were doing what we call the nationalities, countries and nationality and ABCD, okay? So we say beau, belle. The plural form, all feminine, you simply add letter S to what? To the feminine, to the feminine singular. That one we talked about if you revisit your notes, okay? Now, what's the difference between beautiful and good? What's the difference between beautiful and good? Because the next one we say beau. The first one is beau. The second one, good, is bon. Bon. So what's the difference? When I say you are good, and when I say you are beautiful. So a good student, a beautiful student. What does that mean? What's the difference?
Are you talking in terms of pronunciation or what?
The meaning. Beau and bon. What's the difference in terms of application? Beautiful and good. What's the difference between good and beautiful?
I think beautiful is an expression. Beautiful is appearance, and good is an expression.
Yeah, good is sort of a character, okay? Yeah, character.
I think beautiful is describing.
Yeah, both are describing.
Explaining.
Okay, both are describing describing a person. But when you say it's a good student, in terms of what? In terms of a character. That's a good price. Reasonable, a good price. That's a good price. You know, and then you say the dress is beautiful. The dress is nice. In terms of what? Appearance. Okay? You know, something can look good.
Appearance and the character.
Appearance, but now the quality is what? I'm sure we have experienced that. The quality is, you know, for example, you may, like, let me just use a building. You can look for a building, like, it doesn't look nice outside, the appearance, but ukiingia ndani, when you enter in when you access that apartment, now you realize that the finishing done inside is not what you thought it was. Meaning maybe the finishing outside was not good, or just to help you understand again, when you say ambumashe, that's a good price. For example, it's a good price in terms of maybe you're doing business, okay? But now when you have something like, for example, a phone, in terms of quality, we say bon, B-O-N. But in terms of appearance, we say what? We say what? Bo. That is the general outer look, how it looks like, design, ABCD, okay? Yes. So you can see we say bon, bon. But now feminine, we say what? Bon. Okay? Bon. Bon étudiante, bon étudiant. Masculine, bon. Feminine, what? Bon. That is good. Dear, we say cher. Cher as cher. Pronounce the same. Cher, dear. Something dear to you. Fou, is crazy or mad. You can see we are also told before a vowel, anything put before a vowel in a bracket, sorry, that means that's what you use before what? A noun beginning with what? With a vowel. So foo, plural, you add x, foo, then fall is feminine, as you can see. So I don't know whether you are understanding me. So for example, let me, so for example, I want to say, for example, il is a subject pronoun. So we say il est beau. You see that? Why have I used beau? I've used beau because I'm referring to masculine. You see, the subject is what? The subject is masculine. Il est beau, he is handsome. Okay? But when I say, for example, I can say, for example, Mary est belle. Mary is beautiful. Why have I used belle? I've used belle because I'm referring to Mary.
Singular, Mary.
Yeah, I hope you are following what I'm doing, okay? The subject must agree with the adjective, or adjective must, because adjective describes what? Describes the noun, okay? But now when I say, I can say it's just an example. Phineas, it is an example, okay? Phineas.
No problem.
A fool. Phineas is crazy. You know, I've used fool, not fall, because I'm describing masculine. So once you understand that, and then you happen to go through this document and understand various adjectives, then you are ready to go. It's as simple as that. Any question? Yes, where you are, there are so many flights passing by, yeah? So we see crazy fool, nice, gentil. You can see what I want you to understand, how you form masculine from feminine from masculine, or vice versa. So big is grand, large is gros. Gros also means fat. Young is jaune, pretty is jolie. You've added e to form feminine. Long is long. Bad is mauvais, okay? Better is meilleur, okay? Better or best. Soft is mou. Before a vowel we say molle. New is nouveau. Before a vowel we say nouvelle. Little is petit. Petit also means smaller. Old is vieux, vieille before a vowel, okay? So we are told here, gentlemen, that the masculine singular, allow me to end that so that I can use of the good. So we are told the masculine singular and plural are pronounced the same. You get me? The masculine, whether I told you from the beginning that when it comes to pronunciation, the addition of letter S does not bring any change when it comes to what? When it comes to pronunciation. I want you to get that. So with or without S, the noun is, the word is pronounced the same. So that's why we are told the masculine singular and plural are pronounced the same. As that the feminine also, as at the feminine singular and plural. So masculine singular and plural pronouns the same, feminine singular and plural pronouns the same, because you are simply adding letter S, and addition of letter S does not bring any change in terms of pronunciation. And also, please, I want you to remember this. I want to jump to this. So, okay, these are the most common adjectives that go before the noun. An acronym to remember which ones go before the noun is brag. So beauty, you see, resemblance, meaning mem and autre, age, order, so that is premier and dernier. That is first. You know, when you say premier, that means first. Dernier is the last. Now, goodness and size. Okay, that is what you know. That's what this word means. Brags is beauty, resemblance. You get that. Then we have got age for letter A. Okay, are we together? Goodness, letter G. Size, letter S. Now, all other adjectives except numbers, we have just learned numbers. Remember, numbers are also adjectives. Get that, okay? Except numbers go after the noun. So apart from those adjectives you are given, the rest of the adjectives go after what? The noun. The 5 words in brackets, parenthèses, belle, fou, mole, nouvelle, vieille. That's how they explain why they are put in bracket. So we use them in that manner. So beau become belle, fou become folle, mou become mole, nouveau become nouvelle, vieux become vieille. Before what? A masculine singular word beginning with a vowel or silent H. A few adjectives can be used before or after the noun, and the meaning changes accordingly. When you use before the noun, they take a figurative meaning, and when used after, they take a literal meaning. That is very, very important. So, gentlemen, I invite you to take your time and go through this document. So this one is just explaining, how you form masculine, how you form feminine from masculine. So this one, you'll find you know, adjectives of color is there. So we are told almost all adjectives must agree in number and gender. With the noun they modify. Most adjectives are given in the masculine form. So to change to the feminine forms, following these rules or follow these rules. So basically, this is still taking us back to what we talked about when we were talking about nouns and gender, if you remember. So we are told first one, you add letter E to what? To the masculine, to form feminine. We talked about that. So I also told you that when you have got adjectives ending with letter X, X become SE, and you can see that is what we are being told. That's what we are being told here. You can see exceptions you are given here. The exceptions are the following, Exceptions are the following. You can see those words. We say for, ru, edu. So the for become force, ru become rus, do become do. So please just take your time, read the document, and you will understand. So basically, this one is taking us back to what we talked about, also these endings, remember? So it's the same thing we are talked about when we're talking about the gender of nouns, okay? So here, we are talking about the adjectives, so please take your time through what I've explained, and of course, I think it'll be very easy for you to understand. Any question on the same? Any question? Swali? I think we are good to go there. So if you don't have any question, I want to wind this class by talking about time. But before I talk about time, I want to talk about expression of date, okay? Expression of date and time. Expression of date. I talked about the expression of age. Remember age, I told you, you also use the verb to have. So here we're talking about expression of date. So remember days of the week? Remember them? Lundi, okay? Lundi, mardi, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, and finally, dimanche. Dimanche. Now, when you talk about the expression of date, all along you've been seeing me writing using the article lo. So we say that to express the date, in French, we place the article, we express the article le before the date. Okay? So example, we say, for example, today is first, huh? So today is first, but let me avoid that. So for example, we want to say 30th of July. So we say le, then 30 is, we write that in le 30. You see what I've done? In figures, le 30, then the month we write in what? In words. So le 30 juillet, then the year also in what? In figures. 2020. I hope you got me. Le 30 juillet 2020. Meaning you're saying, like you're saying the 30th of July 2020. Le 30 juillet 2020. Now, if you want to be more precise, then the article is placed before the day of the week. So for example, I want to use yesterday, which was Friday. So we say, le Friday is what? Vendredi. Le vendredi, okay? Le vendredi 30, it was 31, not even 30, sorry. It was, this way it was 31. So we say le vendredi 31, le vendredi 31 juillet 2020. I hope you are getting me. So for first we say le premier. In fact, in French, the dates, you know, English say first, second, third. So in French, the only day we say the first is the first day of the month. So we say le premier août, we're in August. Le 1er août 2020. 1st of July 2020. That is the date today. Okay? I've said if you want to be more precise, you include the day of the week. It's like Friday 31st July 2020. Or like today we can say le samedi premier, that's Saturday 1st 2020. So here I can say again le samedi, okay, le samedi premier, okay, le samedi premier août 2020. So can you tell the year you were born? So for me, I will say I was born. So I can say je suis né le 5, I don't know the day, le 5 octobre 1982. Okay? Lotaruk.
Yes.
Which year were you born? The date and the month.
28 November 96.
Mbona vile nimekula chumvi?
Bado. Ai. Umekula chumvi sana.
Yes.
Bado. Labda you need numbers. Again,
Yeah,
don't see the 82.
Age is just a number. So we say it was which date and month?
28
So we say
November.
le 28 Novembre, okay? Le 28 Novembre. Le 28 Novembre 1986, right? 1996.
Yeah.
Yes, 1996. So, 96, sorry, 96, 1996. That is how you say when you are born, okay? So we say le 28. So meaning that you can also say now, mon anniversaire, birthday, eh? Anniversaire. Fuck you, mais mon anniversaire est le 28, okay, le 28 Novembre. My birthday is mon anniversaire c'est le 28 Novembre. My birthday is 28th of November. As simple as that. So I think you've understood me as far as the expression of date is concerned in French. So all along you saw me writing the date like this. You're wondering. So of course you had to learn numbers also for you to understand how. So I've said the only date you say first we say le premier, but we still say le deux, 3, 4, 5 up to 30. 31. So we say like, you know, English, in English say second. Eh? So for example, when we say le deux, let me just explain. When we say le deux, this is the equivalent of the second. We say second in English. See, second, okay? Second. When you say le trois, in French, this is the equivalent of English, the third, okay? Okay? When you say le 30, this is the equivalent of English, 31st, okay? Allow me to write it like that, 31st. Just like that, but in French, you just say, apart from first, we say le deux, le trois, le quatre, le cinq, up to 31st if the month is ending with 31st, just like July, of course, and August. I believe I'm understood there.
For example, can you able to put in the month of the year in short form?
Month of the year.
Or no, days of the week.
Oh, now I understand in French, no. Like you want to write it in, instead of saying October, you say like Oct.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is not allowed. So, gentlemen, that is that. So I want us to wind up. I've posted
Le premier is fast.
Yeah, le premier is fast. Okay? So, you know, like in you say, le premier, deuxième, troisième. Troisième is third, quatrième is fourth. But that one does not apply with the date, unless you are saying I'm the third born. When you say I'm the third born, you say, je suis le troisième. You know, third born. But for the date, we say le deux, le trois. Just say 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 31. We don't say first, second, third. So that's why I've equated this. You see this part here, what we say in French as compared to what you say in English, okay? So the only date you say first is the first date of the month. So say le premier. But after that you say le deux, le trois, le quatre, le cinq. there must be that article. The article must precede what? The date. Or if it's not the date, it's the, remember I said when you want to be precise, it now precedes what? The day of the week. So the article, the day of the week, the date, the month, and the year. Okay? But remember when you ask your birthday, you don't give the year. You only give the date and the date and the date and the month. Or the date, we say no, the day, the date, and the month. If at all you know the date you are supposed to celebrate your birthday, again, you can also incorporate what? You can also incorporate the day of the week, so long as you know which day that date of the month falls. Any question?
Is there a difference in a, yes, is there a difference in a masculine and feminine, the dates and the months?
No. Dates,
as it is in the names of the country.
Months of the year are masculine. That's why we use lo. You see, even that one should tell you. You see, we are using lo, not la. Remember the articles? See, we did the articles. Lo, la, le, el, apostrophe. Remember? We said lo accompany what? Accompany masculine. So, even days of the week fall under what? That we say le mercredi, we say le lundi, we say le jeudi, not la. So here, you go with the article le, it will never change. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, I think that is clear. So, gentlemen, I want to wind up with time. Telling time in French. Arm yourself with counting numbers from 0 to 60. Now, expressing time, le temps qui passe. How do you say what time is it? How do you read this question? You meet someone and you want to ask what is the time or what time is it? Hello?
You say where is here?
Now, I told you the secret of letter Q. When Q is followed by letter U, U is silent. So we say quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? What time is it? Or what's the time? Quelle heure? Quelle heure. That word is heure. H is silent. Quelle heure est-il? Heure. H is silent. Quelle heure est-il?
And the double is not changing here?
Yeah, because the word hour is feminine. Okay? That will say, quelle heure est-il? So what's the time? Quelle heure est-il? Then to answer that question, you start with what? It is. Quelle heure est-il? Then you start with it. So
what it is.
It is, then you tell time. It is 10 a.m. It is 1 a.m. Okay? So before we go far, let me just go back to this and explain myself. So, expression of time. That's what we're talking about. Expression of time. Expression of time. So, here, the question you ask is, pardon, quelle heure, okay? Quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? What time is it? What's the time? What's the time? So we start, il est plus what? Il est plus l'heure. Plus l'heure. So when I say plus l'heure, it means plus what? Time, okay? Plus time. So like you say, it is 10 a.m. plus time. So I want you to know this. I don't know whether it's possible for me to kuchora. I've never learned that. So, for example, you are given a time like this. You're given example, set in 24 o'clock system. Just a minute. Yes. So you are given time like that. So let's say 12. I want you to understand this is very simple. So it is 7 hours 12. Now in French, I also want you to note, we never mention the word minutes. Tuko pamoja? I believe you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
You don't say, minutes are never pronounced. And also, please, you say, you know here you say 12 minutes past 7. No, the word minutes does not, it's like you say, it's 7 hours 12. 7 hours 12. That's what you say literally in French. So you don't, the minutes will never come before time. So remember we said, what time is it? Quelle heure est-il? So to answer this question or to tell time, what do? You start with the expression what? Il est, just like I said, il est. 7 in French is what? That's why I was telling you, you must know numbers for you to tell time. 7 is set, okay? Then you add hour. It must have letter S. Why? 7 is more than 1. So you say 7 hours. So il est 7 heures 12. Any question? Il est 7 heures 12. I've just told you time. Il est 7 heures 12. Another one, try this. Who can tell time there? What's the time? Edison, what's the time? How do you say 10 in French? How do you say 35 in French? Those are the two key things that you must know.
I can try.
Yes, Phineas?
Il est 10 heures 35.
Exactly. It is simple. This thing is simple. If you just take your time, il est 10 heures with S, il est 10 heures 35. Isn't it not simple? Il est 10 heures 35. You don't say 35 minutes. No. Il est 10 heures 35. You are done. Il est 10 heures 35. So let me take you back to the document, and for me, as I told you, my work is to guide you so that when you read these notes, you understand. So I am sure now you understand this. So 1 o'clock, we say il est 1 heure. Il est, this expression plus what? Unor. Why is it not a? Because I said the word hour is feminine, so we say un. A is one, but now feminine, we say what? Un. Just we say un étudiant, a student, un étudiant. Remember the articles. Un étudiant, une étudiante. Okay? One student, male, one student, feminine, we say female, we say une étudiante. So that's the same way we say unor. So 12h, 2 o'clock. Noon, we say what? Noon, we say midi. So how would you say it is midday? Lotaruk. How would you say it is midday? Il est midi, okay? Midnight, we say minuit. Edison, this word is not minu, it is minuit. Edison. That word is minuit. Don't change it to minu. It is minuit. Then we have a quarter after 3. A quarter after 3, meaning you are saying a quarter past 3. That is what I wanted to explain. When the minute hand is pointing 15. Just a minute. Yes, we are fine. When the minute hand is pointing 15, so if it is 15 minutes past, if the clock, the minute hand, if the minute hand is 15, is pointing 15, okay? If the minute hand is pointing 15, I mean minute hand, let me just write. If the minute hand is pointing 15, then we say in French, we say quart, quarter, quart, or we just say what? We just say what? Quinze. We have got those two options. We say a quarter past, so we just say what? We say quart, or we say quart, or we say just quinze, okay? Quinze. If the minute hand is pointing 30, then we say, what do we say? We say et demi, half past, or we simply say what? We simply say 30. We simply say 30. If the minute hand is past 30, is past 30, then we use the word, moins, less, moins. Now, as we use that word moins, then we move to the next hour. Like you say 30 minutes to the next hour, okay? like we say 15 minutes to 3. So it means like now it is 10, like now we see 8:45 or no, 2:45. So we say 15 minutes to 3, okay? So basically that is what it means as far as this document is concerned, okay? So any question as we wind up with time? So that is what it means here. You can say a car, a quarter past, 3 a car, that is 15 minutes. So you have 2 ways. So like, just like what I've explained. So you have, let me, for example, I have, now it is 10:30. So let's say 10:30 as it is, 10:30 a.m., okay? So 10, so it is diesel. So here we say, there are 2 ways we can tell time here. We can either say, we can say 1, il est 10 heures, okay? Il est 10h30, just like from what I've said. Il est 10h30, it is il est. Il est 10h30, or I can still say, il est 10h30. You see, there are those 2 options, but I would prefer the second one. So remember, in French, normally time is preferred to be read in 24 o'clock system because that is what is accepted globally, okay? So even when you go to the airport, most of the time you'll find the time is expressed in 24 o'clock system because worldwide, someone will understand. Because there are people, when you tell them 1:45, they don't understand. When you tell them 15 minutes past, they don't understand. When you tell them 15 minutes to, they don't understand. So it is recommended, official way of telling time or expressing time, we always express time in 24 o'clock system, and you read it as it is. So you don't talk of a demi, you just say it is 10:30 hours. So 10:30 hours, so that is il est 10h30, okay? Now, I also talked about, for example, you want to say, like you want to say, it is 4:15, or yeah, let's say 18. So time here, we say, il est 18 hyphen, il est 18h, always with S, il est 18h, a car, a quarter past, a car, but I prefer this, the official way of telling time, which you say, il est 18h, il est 18h15, okay? I believe you've understood me as far as telling time is concerned. So 1 o'clock, midnight, I've said is minuit, 3:15, we say a car. 1 o'clock sharp, we say il est 1h précise, or just say il est 1h, okay? Then 4 o'clock sharp, il est 4h précise. 20:30, 12:30, midi, or minuit et demi. As I've said, 6:30, that is 6h30. You can see. So please, again, this document I've shared it with you, and I just want to go down here and talk about something. So you can see, I've given you some expressions. So one thing I want to explain, when you say in the morning AM in French, you say what? Du matin. That is if you read time in 12 o'clock system. Okay, when you leave time in 12 o'clock system, like now we can say, il est 10h30 du matin. It is 10:30 a.m. You add the word du matin at the end, okay? In the afternoon, we say de l'après-midi. That is 2 p.m. from noon, okay? De l'après-midi. Après-midi is afternoon. Then in the evening, we say du soir. So that is the PM is expressed in two ways. Either you say, if the hours in the afternoon, we say de l'après-midi. If it is the evening, we say du soir. I want you to get that. But I recommend, to avoid unnecessary confusions, read the time into a 24-hour clock system to avoid using this word du matin, de l'après-midi, du soir. That is if at all, but it's also good to know that, so that also you diversify, you know, how you express yourself. So for me, I can say, il est 10h à Nairobi. Someone asks you, quelle heure est-il à Nairobi? What time is it in Nairobi? Quelle heure est-il à Tokyo? Quelle heure est-il à Paris? Quelle heure est-il au Sénégal? Ou bien à Dakar? What time is it in Dakar now? Because, you know, time changes. I know West Africa, we are ahead of them. We have the summertime and the winter time, so 2 hours, sometimes it's 3 hours, okay? I know Paris, we are ahead of them with 2 hours. So you see time varies from one region to another. Like we also have a country, the same country, the time is not the same. So time varies as per the states, okay? So that happens. So it is very, very important, gentlemen, to know how to express time in a class. So I've given you examples there. Donnez l'heure en français. You can see it is written in 24 o'clock system. 10h. So 10h is 18h is 6h. So you see here, it's given in 24 o'clock, then in the, so 6h, when it is 6, so that is 6 p.m. So 18h05, il est 18h05, il est 18h15. So you can see that we don't talk about car, we don't talk about trot, we don't talk about a demi. So we say, I told you when you express time in a manner, the official way of expressing time, it is in 24 o'clock, 24-hour clock system. Any question? Any question? Gentlemen, do you have any question? Lotaruk, Edison, Phineas, any question?
I'm good. I don't have any question.
Yes, so please, mine is just to encourage you to read the document. I don't know whether you went to the portal and try to access what you are saying that you cannot access, the recorded lesson. I decided to upload it again. Did you manage to try?
Come up again.
There is a recorded lesson that you are saying that you could not access, it was private. Have you managed to try to access the system again?
I have not tried, but before today I will try it.
Yes, I decided to re-upload them, but should you face any challenge, just let me know. And for me, I want to end this class there. I believe it was worth doing it and you've learned something. So mine is just to encourage you to go through those notes. As you read, take notes, give you something down, because I know through...
Monsieur Dixon.
Yes.
Do you have a secret in these pronunciations that we can get easy to catch them?
Just like what I was, remember you were in that class yesterday, the secret is what I was talking about. Reading. Practice, yes. Practice. You know, once you have got the basic, you know, it's just like, I always say that the secret is just like when you are preparing a meal, you know, you can prepare chapati, Lotaru can prepare chapati, Edison can prepare chapati, but the end product, all of them are chapati, but the tastes are not there. the same, right? So
Yeah.
that is how, you know, when you start learning, you perfect it every time. You become better and better and better. You know, you cannot start something, then from the word go, it's fine. No. So the secret of this is just that the basic you know, the basic you've already grasped, huh? The basic you've already learned, apply them. Just like I was telling you yesterday for that class we had, that there are very, very basic things in French that people tend to ignore. And they are very important because remember I told you, I find it very sad when you when you struggle to read at the same time struggling to understand. You better tackle them one at a time. And that's why I started by telling you that the foundation of this language is very, very important. Learning the French alphabets, understanding them, understanding the French vowels, and then the influence the vowel has in terms of, the words have in terms of pronunciation of what? Of a consonant. What is silent? What is not silent? What is changing? What is not changing? So once you put all that together, then it's very, very simple for you to understand. Even here, why are we saying this little? The roots we have just learned. Wheat. Remember the UI. We say UI is letter. We say we. That's we say wheat. Why are we saying Or EUH is silent. EU is letter O. When the words end with ES, the ES is silent. So it is still So meaning that from where we started, it's very, very important for you to connect, because there's always a link from where we started. So it's very, very important for you to understand that. But reading in French, I want to tell you, is very, very simple. Once you understand the French alphabet, what is silent, what is not silent, and then we learn the French nasal vowel, you can read anything in French, ladies. I mean, gentlemen, you can read anything in French, whether you understand it or not, you can read it. So, Phineas, I think that is what I can say as far as that question you asked.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, so gentlemen, thank you so much. And that marks the end of our lesson for this semester. I'm looking forward, God willing, we will still meet. Remember, next week, and that is on Monday, right? You will be doing your cut as you wait for your exam. But I'm still around. Should you have any concerns, should you have any question, we have a WhatsApp group. You can still reach me. If not, you can still call me. You can still WhatsApp me. You can SMS me. And I believe you learned something during this semester. And mine is just to encourage you, don't give up. Even, you know, I always say that even when you fail in life, never give up. Most successful people, they fail several times. If at all you have opportunity to listen to them, success without failure is not worth it. Okay? Yes. Successful people went through a lot. So even for me, learning this language, I don't know whether I've ever gotten an opportunity to tell you how I managed to learn French. It was not easy. It was hectic. I did my entire course in French. I left this country.
And the failures are the pillars that you stand with you.
Yes. Yeah, so for me, I left Kenya in the year 2007. I remember it was date 5th. I landed in Morocco on 6th. At the airport, it was hectic. No one speaks my language. No one understands what I'm saying. I was like, you find yourself in a desert. That is what happened. And then when I went to the first lesson, 4 hours, it was not easy. I never understood anything. This language is what I had to learn fast. And for me, everything I was taught in French, I was learning now English as a foreign language. You can imagine doing maths in French, financial accounting in French. If it was difficult in English, so you can imagine. So all those things. So for me, I always say that God cannot subject you to something that you will not overcome. Of course, it will never be, you know, a walk in the park. It is, you must go through hardships in life. And by the way, I always say that when you are doing something and you are so comfortable, you don't face any challenge, then you are not called for that. You are in a wrong place. Everything you do, I'm not saying that you have to suffer, but everything you do, you must also go through some hurdles. It makes you stronger, and challenge is also good. You know, when you experience such, it also makes you a better person so that you don't be in a comfort zone. So for me, I want just to say thank you so much for your time for the entire semester, though we started late, but I'm sure we managed to catch up with time. So please embrace this language. And even after, because of the course you are doing international relations and diplomacy, for me, I would encourage you to go for a foreign language. We are in a very, very competitive world, the world has become a global village. So going an extra mile is very, very important. Stand out. Go out of your way. You never know. Even this language alone can make you stand out. What value do you have as compared? What value are you adding in that as compared to your colleague? Because you are not the only person who's doing that course. But what will make you stand out? Maybe that foreign language. So for me, I want to encourage you, when God give you that chance, when you have time, and of course time will never have time you just create. Okay, so go out of your way and add something, add value on what you already have. Like personally, for me, I did tourism. Did you know that? That's what I did, tourism. But I just developed passion for French, and I really love this language. So that is my parting shot for you. And maybe unless you have something to say, I want to end there until next time. So this document I've posted on the portal, you'll find it, I think, under, is it week 12? No, not week 12. It's the same week 10. So I will upload your cut by Monday. You'll find the cut there. Okay. So any question, Edison and Lotaruk, anything you want to say as you wind up? So gentlemen, let me leave it there, and I wish you a wonderful weekend. Until next time, thank you for participating, and thank you for embracing this. Take care, and God bless you. Okay.